Rook a8 checkmate. King f5 is played. What now? Good work. Rook a5 check. Now you begin the stair-stepping routine all over again. King e6. Very good. Rook b6 check. King f7. Now what? Rook a7 check. Good work. And now after I move... Excellent work. Rook b8. Checkmate. Here black has mate in 2. Take your time. Try to find it. Good move. With h4, black puts white into zugzwang. The only possible legal move is king to f1, because the rook cuts off the king along the d-file. And after king f1, what do? Rook d1 checkmate. Excellent work. So the h4 move, in a sense, was wasting time. Black had nothing immediate he could do. But after h4, white self-destructs. Remember, zugzwang means that any move you make will hurt your position. Notice that the black rook couldn't move anywhere else along the d-file, because white's pawns cover all the squares. And if black were to move rook a8, for example, then white could escape to d2 and leave the back rank. So h4 was the only way to mate in 2, utilizing the theme of zugzwang. Here it's white to move and mate in 2. Don't move until you see it. No, that's not quite right. Try again. King c2 discovered check. Black has to play king c4. That's the only move. Now mate in 1. Rook d4 mate. Good job. So notice that here in the endgame, the white king plays a critical role in attacking. This is something which we're going to see later on in the Chessmaster courses. In the beginning of the game we want to defend our king, but later on the king can become a very powerful attacking piece. Here the king on c2 both guards the c3 pawn and takes away the b3 square from the black king. The white king is critical in mating the black king. This is a monster knight. Only the white knight can move, and he must capture all the black pieces without a break. Calculate everything out from the beginning so you don't make a mistake. What's the correct sequence? No, that's not quite it. Well done. That was quite a calculation. Really great work. Here's another monster knight. Remember, calculate everything out from the beginning so you don't make a mistake. Find the right pattern. No, that's not quite it. Great job. That problem required some serious visualization. Another monster knight. Again, only the white knight can move and he must capture all the black pieces without a break. You know what to do. No, that's not quite it. No, that's not quite it. No, that's not quite it. Well done. You're really getting good at this. Here it's white to move and win the black knight. Take your time. This is a little tricky. That's right. Bishop d5. Black knight is trapped. Anywhere it goes to, the white bishop can capture it. What's your next move? That's right. Bishop a5 or bishop g5 attacks the knight. The knight is pinned down to the square by the bishop on d5, and white wins the knight. This relationship between bishop and knight, when there are two squares between them, is very important. In this way, bishops can completely dominate knights. Here it's white to move. Now I know this position looks pretty confusing because there's a lot going on, but don't worry about it. Take your time, notice all the lines. White to move. What's best? That's not the best move. That's not the best move. That's not the best move. Excellent work. But turns out white has checkmate in one move. Knight c3. The white rook on f8, bishop on h8, bishop on g4, knight on c3, and king on d2 all combine to corral the black king right in the center of the board. So if you return to this initial position, we see that the black king is stuck in the center of the board. We see that the white rook is cutting along the f-file, the white bishop, the white rook on h1 is very strong, but there's no way for it to attack because rook e1 check is guarded by the pawn on f2. Here you can see that white is in big trouble. The black queen on a5 has a discovered attack which is waiting to happen. The pawns on f2 and g2 are on the verge of queening. We know right away that white has to act fast, so that should be your first hint in this type of position. It's very easy to get caught up in the meaningless confusions when playing chess, or dealing with any life issue for that matter, and the key is to know where to look. When confronted by a tactical position, we should always look for forcing continuations, for example checks or captures. So here you want to look for all the checks that are possible. Knight c3 check was a check that also happens to be mate.